Hello, Internet, and welcome back to the story Nook. I arrived at work early. So, woo. So, we're going to go ahead and read more of Chapter 3. We're on Chapter 3 with the battle competition. We left off at these ellipses. Let me go ahead and show you the cover. We're reading Villainess Level 99. I may be the hidden boss, but I'm not the villain lord by Satori Tanabata. And illustrated by T. This is all of our characters. Oh, shoot. There we go. Go ahead, grab your tea, your coffee, whatever it is you want, and we'll go ahead and continue forward. Because I do not have much time. Probably about 15 minutes of that. A few months had passed since the battle arts competition. The season had changed to winter, and the end of my first year at the academy was near. I was a lone wolf in my school life, as usual. If anything, people were more afraid of me after the competition. I couldn't recall any recent conversations that were with Patrick, because Patrick's the only one who's coming up to converse with you for whatever reason. He's just like, I realize you have no common sense. We have the hair thing in common. Let me be your friend-ish, and hopefully keep you from doing weirdness. I will fail at the weirdness. Alicia was the same as usual, not appearing to be working hard on level grinding. We were likely moments away from the hellish level grinding dungeon time I had planned. If she didn't take down the Demon Lord as a saintess, it would be trouble for me. I was unsure if the headmaster Ronald warned Alicia and the love interest against talking to me, but they certainly picked fewer fights with me. The love interest hadn't neglected their training either, perhaps due to the difference in skill they experienced at the battle arts competition. They would sometimes shoot me nasty looks, but I got to live in peace, so it was no issue. Recently, Alicia's belongings had been disappearing. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Prince Edwin asked me one day. So long, peaceful life. I have no clue. Alicia's belongings were disappearing. Emilia was behind that in the game. Perhaps someone else was bullying Alicia. You're always alone. I know you're up to something. I'm pretty sure the reason that I'm alone is at least half your fault. The prince had skipped the innocent until proven guilty step and had jumped to deciding that I was the culprit. The demon lord hiding someone's belongings? I didn't realize he did keep things like that, I said with wonder. I still had no idea what kind of impression they had of me. They had suspected I was involved with a mudslide that occurred in a faraway domain several months ago, and they thought I was behind the destruction of the Academy flower beds. Combined with my strength, their suspicions that I was the Demon Lord would not go away. I'll find some kind of proof, the prince huffed. When that happens, I'll banish you from the academy. Prince Edwin left immediately after delivering his heroic line. He is constantly trying to, banish her. But just from the academy, not the country? She'll have to leave the country. 'Cause you're annoying. He had apparently not given up on banishing me from the academy. But his efforts were futile because neither the king nor the headmaster had any intention of doing so. Yeah, they can watch you from there. I think he's just gone too far to be able to take things back at this point. If the prince were to accept that I wasn't the demon lord or an evil person, it would mean that he would have to come to terms with being wrong. Having never experienced setbacks or failures, that was likely impossible for him in his pride. Alicia, on the other hand, was just delusional. I wonder who could be behind Alicia's things disappearing. There were many students at the academy who disliked Alicia. Some who disliked her because she was a commoner. Some who disliked her because she was close to the prince and his friends. Upsetting Alicia meant upsetting the prince, so many people walked on eggshells around her. There weren't any stories about something directly being done to Alicia, though because she spent all her time with those three, Alicia's only allies at the academy were probably the three love interests. How sad for her. Oh wait, my situation is sadder than hers. But it's okay. I have Patrick. Thinking seemed to lead to nowhere, so I decided to take action and observe the classroom after school. I hadn't learned any I hadn't learned any useful tricks, such as making my presence disappear or becoming one with the shadows, so I had to camp out normally. An hour into my observation, the only thing that happened was Alicia and the love interest coming by to see if her belongings had been stolen. Then they mentioned something about going to a popular cafe and then left the classroom. Are they really planning on finding evidence against me? Just as I had gotten bored and was about to leave, a female student entered the classroom. She was one of the girls always hanging out with Lady Eleonora. Her family was probably radical and therefore always at Eleonora's beck and call due to her standing as the lead radical's daughter. After eyeing her surroundings for a moment, she began to go through Alicia's desk. Upon finding the culprit, I silently landed on the ground. What are you doing? I called out to her. Until now, I was resting casually in the corner of the ceiling, one of those maneuvers that you would usually see ninjas doing. Um, um, it's not what it looks like. I heard that Alicia's belongings were disappearing, and I was worried about her, she began explaining herself before realizing that I was the one who called out to her. Oh, Lady Emilia! Her face had twisted into a look of terror as if she was experiencing the end of the world. Please, don't kill me. I was only doing as Eleanor told me to. Once again, who do you think I am? I haven't killed anyone yet. The girl had been hiding Alicia's belongings, spilled everything one after another, without even being asked. Her family had the lowest status within Eleanor's fraction, and she was often made to run errands, this being one of those errands. I wonder about what I should do. Just handing her over to the prince and leaving it at that didn't sound right. Eleanor would most likely say that the girl had done it on her own accord and cut her off. Alright, so we will leave it here, because I don't have long before I have to go in and clock in. I got like less than 10 minutes. But look, we read one section. We will continue right up here. It was only 7 minutes. But thank you all for being here, for reading, listening along as I do this. Thank you very much to my Patreon and Ko-fi supporters, Diamond, Simply Random 7, and Micah and Cassie. You guys are awesome people. So yeah, have a lovely day. Remember to stay hydrated, all that good stuff. And we'll continue chapter 3, hopefully when I get on lunch after I eat some crackers. Bye!